As you can see, the bench is partially out. Being a bit of a bitch though, not that there was much of the bench left. Could you do me a favour? Do you mind taking Rusty out the back?
Yeah. Oh.
You won't need the keys. I'll need the keys.
Come on, Rusty. Rusty. Come on. Come on. When things don't do what they're told, sometimes there's only one way of cutting a bench up, and that's with a chainsaw. You can bring her in. That did it.
Yeah. Shit, nail sticking out of the wall.
Yeah.
Whoa. You don't want to leave that door open accidentally?
No.
Well, thanks for watching, everyone. I'm going to put the kick-ass Robin Hood brand range hood that I got for $2 on eBay on to clear out all the smoke from the chainsaw. So, I promised everyone I'd, show you all the bench being ripped out. That's the new bench. I've just cut a hole in the commercial bench for the sink. So, yeah, under $1,000, right? So this is one bench, and that's the other one. So that bench there without the shelf on it will sit about here-ish where the dishwasher goes, and this bench, this long bench with the sink in it, will sit between that corner and about where the just to the end of the dishwasher. Thanks for watching, guys and girls, if there are any subscribed to my channel. Well, there we go. I didn't deliberately put a smiley face in the bench, but there you go. It's for this bloody thing, which is just a $30 mixer. It's nothing special. I pulled it apart partially just to work with it. I mean, that's without the this thing that that would normally sit. Of course that that threads to there. So it's perfect, and it looks not too bad. It's you've got tools and stuff on it. It scratches easy, but the little fine scratches add up eventually, and you don't even notice them. It more ends up polished. So that's not the finished result. Like, there's got to be wall tiles put on, floor to about the range hood height. The range hood, well, the bottom of the range hood, that has to be dropped down 100 mil so that certain short asses can reach the controls easier. No offence, Holly. The plumbing turned out okay. It's not finished either. Like, this, Gal dog rocket has to be, really what's got to happen eventually is I'm going to put in another one of those outlet stubs for the, for like a tap like that, but I don't know if it'll be precisely like that. That's just a second-hand piece of shit. So the waste is not too bad. It's reasonably compact. As you can see, that's kind of disappointing that it doesn't have a right angle on the end of it, but there you go. I have to put in something to sort of strengthen the bench. Can't really see it from the top side, but see it sort of deflect. What we've got, it's pretty much this piece of scrap metal. It's a bit rusty, but it'll clean up. The end of it's bent, but who cares? So what's got to happen with this scrap metal is basically end up with a tag there, and the middle to be cut away. So we have a tags about, I'm not sure how long yet, but anyway, these strengthening beams bolt on, as you can see. So the tags are going to pass probably all the way to here. It's got some padding, as you can see there, a layer of padding. So they're the tags are going to pass there. Obviously, the bulge is going to be on, this side. It's not, so obviously it's going to go sort of like that way around, and it'll just sort of hold that up really well, because this U section, if you like, or I like to call it the speed ump, has got a lot of strength in it, and it's very light. So it's also very thin, which is perfect because it'll fit, sort of there. This side doesn't really need strengthening, because it's sort of I could, I'm not really sure, I might just put some in anyway, but by the time that's got Sikaflex between the sink and the bench, it's not really going to flex much, and you're not likely to really put much pressure there. Whereas this part, you lean on it and it flexes. So that's where we're at. It's not really a smiley face, it's more of a weird mouth shape. So there you go. Smiley faces aside. And I'll just quickly show you guys what I did outside with the waste. It's not very pretty, but like, it works. And really what should have happened, this is the pipe work. I didn't bother putting an inspection opening cap right angle there, because you'd just pull the trap off anyway. So I need to put some sealant between the pipe and the house. The ORG is on a slight angle, as you probably can't see. If I sort of sit here, you can see that that's on an angle. And the reason is because the actual gully trap in the ground is shit. Whoever glued it together. Now this is messy. Like, you wouldn't, if you're doing it at someone's house, you'd use the clear glue on these outside bits so it doesn't look so terrible. But look, it's got plenty of glue. I've used primer, that's what that pink stuff is. Yeah, I used it to clean off some glue I spilt there, but I like it because at least it proves that all the joints are never going to come apart. It's neat. I've replaced everything. Like, if I pull that off, you can see that it's all, it's all been replaced. So I've reoriented the T. So there you go. That's all she wrote. This is more than 75 mil. It's about 110 mil above the ground. Actually, I think it's about 120. So yeah, I think it's about that high, roughly. That's going to allow for a thin slab or pavers or something in the future, but I don't know if we ever will. But I prefer it to be, you know, higher than lower. You know, it's easier to, you know, you can't make it higher once it's there without digging it up and stuffing around. So yeah, I mean, I think it looks better than the lump of concrete they had there in the past. Now, what I could do, if I wanted, excuse me, to, is I could put form some concrete around here. I'll zoom back out again, sorry. You know, so it's a mound, so it looks a bit neater. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to leave it the way it is. That makes accessing the pipes in the ground a lot easier in the future. So you don't have to break concrete up. So that's what I've done. Yep. Thanks for watching, guys and girls.